Hey, Brandon, what is it like for you guys when you're trying to figure out for the Braves who's going to start Game 3? Like, how do you prepare? And when you find out how much work now goes into getting ready for that pitcher?
Yeah, we just kind of keep the routine the same. Just be stubborn to it, and we knew they had a couple of options to go with, and they went with Elder, so that's who we're game planning for now. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun one tonight.
Questions? In the back on the left.
Hey, Brandon, obviously tough way to end the game the other night. Just wondering kind of the mood, the vibe from your perspective, how it is coming in today after the off day yesterday.
We're back at the bank, so we're pretty happy. Splitting the series in Atlanta, it was big to get one in Atlanta. So we know how good they play there, and the second one got away from us a little bit, but we're blessed with more opportunities here at home in front of the best crowd. So yeah, like I said, we're just really excited. The vibes are up.
In the middle on the right.
Hey, Brandon. Nick and other guys have talked a lot about the resiliency of this group. Where do you think that kind of comes from, especially in October?
I think it's from the top to the bottom. We have a really solid group of veteran guys that lead this club to battle every night. And, guys like myself, Stott, Bomer, we feed off of them, and they set the tone for us.
In the middle on the aisle, Tim.
Hey, Brandon, I'm wondering what the clubhouse reaction to some of the comments made by Arcia after the game were.
Yeah, we don't really pay that. We don't really pay that too much mind. We know it's just good banter. It's just two NLA's teams going at it, so we're just ready to get out there tonight.
In the back.
You mentioned Atlanta, how they play there, how you guys play here. Do you think this rivalry has gone up a notch or two these last couple of years for obvious reasons, all these huge games?
Yeah, I would say so. It's just two really good teams, and that's where you get rivalries from, especially in the same division. So we love it. I'm sure they love it, and this is why we play the game for a series like this one.
On the right here, Gabe.
Brandon, Johan on a couple of occasions has mentioned how much he felt welcomed right away here, just coming up a couple months ago. As a guy who has been here a year plus, where does that come from in terms of the way you guys bring people in and kind of welcome them and assimilate them and make them feel at home?
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I think it all starts with our veterans, our guys that came and done and did everything. So I can relate too. When I got here last August, from day one, I felt like I was a part of this family, and that's just a credit to the locker room and the staff. So yeah, I'm glad we made Rojas feel the same way they made me feel.
On the left.
Brandon, teams have taken a lot of different approaches from managers, some young, some old, some experienced, some not. Why do you think Rob has clicked so well with you guys, especially guys waited a long time for the opportunity to do this?
Yeah, I think he's just made for Philly. He's incredible, and there's no other guy I'd want to go to war with. No other guy that I'd want to lead us into battle. So yeah, Topper's the best. He treats us great. He knows what's right and what's wrong, and he goes with his gut, and I'll always respect that. So I just think he fits in really well to Philly, and he pours really well into his guys.
Does that translate to kind of playing harder for a guy or better for a guy? Or how do you think?
Most definitely. Just you see how bad he wants it just makes us want it just as bad. So yeah, Topper's a man.
On the left, on the aisle, right in front.
You have one of the better batting averages against Bryce. So what have you seen from him that you seem to like, and what do you look forward to facing him tonight?
He's a guy that has good command, and none of his stuff's straight. So he kind of puts it where he wants it, and he mixes up well. He had a great year, and reason why he's starting tonight for him. So I just try to keep it simple, put him in a spot where I feel like I want him, and just go from there.
In the front here on the right.
Hey, Brandon, to elaborate a little bit more on what you were talking about Rob and why he works so well as the skipper of this team, you said he's made for Philly, he's built for Philly, but what exactly do you mean by that? What makes Rob Thomson built for Philly? How
bad he wants it. You can just see it in him every day, and it bleeds into his players. Just the grittiness about him, he's the decisions he makes, the tough decisions he makes, and how calm he is through the whole process. It's pretty impressive. So I think he fits in really well to this city, and and it shows.
Any more questions for Brandon? Great. Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
Rob Thomson.